Well, I got the 1912 EMF Demi Tonneau out of the garage today. I've been wanting to do this for all summer, actually even last summer, in the hopes of turning it around to get the rear end facing so I can start working on the rear axle. I've done a lot of work to this car since we bought it in 2003. It looks considerably different, even though it probably looks like a piece of junk to you who are watching this. But I'll post a picture of what it looked like when we brought it into the garage in the comments here. But you can see like the wheels on it. This car had the wrong wheels on it when I got it. I had to find all the metal pieces for the wheels and have new wood spokes and fellows put into them. So you can see it's sitting on its the correct size wheels now. I've been through the entire front axle of this car. The kingpins redone, the spring shackle bolts, all the steering sector, steering connections all tightened up the way they're supposed to be. This had to build these brackets for the cowl lights. They were missing. I was able to borrow a pair from another car. These brackets were only used in 1912, so the chances of me finding a set are 0. This is the original lamp to the car. Well, minus the oil tank and the burner, but the top of it is an original lamp to the car. It's a carbide generator. It's not original to the car, but correct for the car. I was able to find this carbide generator. This is the original toolbox for the car. If you look inside, even one of the original batteries was still in here. Dry cell batteries. All of the wood on this car was bad. I had to put new wood. All the wood that's in this car right now is pine. I'm going to disassemble this at some point and remake the wood out of ash. I was working on the tonneau when I stopped working on the wood because I realized I had made a miscalculation and didn't take into consideration something. So I decided to wait until I get the rest of the body here redone in ash and then redo the tonneau. But it's called a Demi Tonneau because this whole back section can be removed. You can see how there's a line here all the way under, and by undoing 4 bolts, the whole back seat and door section will separate right here. You can see how it's even open right here. This whole section will come off and leave a platform. This car is pretty original. You can see even original striping on the rear end where it was striped. You can see it on the middle of the bell housing on the transaxle. You can see right there. I don't believe that this striping is original. This car was repainted at some point, so I believe that is repaint. But I have been able to find some original striping, like right here. That's some original striping. I've been able to find original striping on the springs. You can see. I think I posted a picture of the taillight on there. Probably the first time it's had its correct taillight on it in probably 70 years. I'm going to be working on the rear fenders. I've already started making pieces and tooling to be able to make up a patch. In fact, this is a patch that I made to go onto this fender. I haven't had a chance to weld it on yet, but I made a tool to put the bead on and then remade all the bends and everything. It's ready to weld in once I get it where I can get at it easily. Another toolbox on this running board. It is a right-hand drive, so you drive it on the right side. It's got a 3-speed transaxle in it. You can see the shifting levers and the brake lever there. The little pedal between the two, the brake and the clutch, is the throttle. You also have a throttle and spark advance on the steering column. It's got a 4-cylinder engine in it. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. The cylinders are cast into pairs, into jugs. So you've got 2 cylinders here, 2 cylinders here. You can see the spark plugs for the cylinders. These are the original style spark plugs that the car would have had in it. Split-Dorf green jacket spark plugs. I'm trying to find 2 more of those. These other things are priming cups, so you would open these up. You would fill these with gasoline, open them up, drain them in, and then start the car. It's got a magneto right here. This is an oil reservoir to hold oil. It holds about 10 gallons of oil that will automatically feed into the engine. Carbide lights, headlights, run off of acetylene gas. You can see there's a burner in there that's broken, but gas is manufactured with the carbide generator here on the running board. You basically open the tank, the top of the tank up, and there's a basket in it. This is a water tank right here that you would fill with water. And when you turn this to the on position, it will drip the water down onto calcium carbide crystals that would be held in a basket in here. The water and calcium carbide have a chemical reaction which generate acetylene gas, which comes out this hole right here and would be piped into these pipes right here, which then pipe them to the headlights. So that's pretty much it. It's a sporty looking little car when it's done. It does have a windshield on it that should be on here. I've got it in the basement. There's a board that mounts right here up about this high. The windshield mounts on that, which supports back to right about here. And then the windshield is raked and then straight up from there. And then it would have a top too that would connect here. And there's additional irons that will get mounted on the rear seats here. But this is a 1912 EMF Everett Metzger Flanders 30 horsepower Demi Tonneau. And hopefully someday I will drive this before I die. That is my goal. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a great weekend.